Hi, I'm Jen from Acadian Accounting Education, and today we are going to talk about unearned income from customers. So, if you would like to grab a copy of the exercise, be sure to click on the link in the description, and let's get started. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at that unearned income from customers. Now, this exercise is coming from our Level 2 ProAdvisor certification course. If you would like more information about that course after we go through the exercise, be sure to click on the link in the description. But let's dive in and read through today's scenario. Craig landed his first snow removal client, Cool Cars. Craig will be clearing their customer parking lot and the sidewalks at the dealership. Craig needs to spend a lot of cash up front on casual labor, ice melt, and rock salt, so he wants to require a prepayment from all snow removal customers. Craig decides to collect an upfront deposit of $1,000 from Cool Cars and asks you to bill against it as the services are delivered. Now, you'll need to be in the sample company to do this exercise. If you are not sure how to get into the sample company or get your own free QBOA account, be sure to click on the link in the description. I have the sample company here on the left side of my screen. Once you sign in, this is what it should look like. This is the dashboard. All right, so let's get started with this exercise. And as an important note here, you need to double check and make sure that you are working in a new version of the sample company for this exercise. If you have been working in the sample company on other exercises or other things, be sure to log out completely and then log back in so that you have a brand new session for this exercise. So you've learned the receive payment method, and now we're going to go through the more correct unearned income method. Now, because it is the most correct and GAAP compliant, the unearned income method is best used when there's outside reporting or a large number of deposits/retainers involved. It's also useful when the deposit will be used over multiple accounting periods since it doesn't require a journal entry. So, with snow removal, there's usually snow removed in December and then in the following year in January. So, in this scenario, the unearned income method works well. There are several steps required in order to set up receiving deposits using this method. First, the account settings need to be adjusted. Then, a liability account must be created in the chart of accounts. And finally, a service item is set up that is tied to the liability account. To use the unearned income method, you must turn off the feature in QBO that automatically applies credits to open invoices. So let's go ahead and do that first. We need to click on the gear icon and then select Account and Settings. So the gear icon is on the top right corner of the screen. Click on that, and then under your company is Account and Settings. Then we want to click on the Advanced tab. So that is over here on the left side. Go ahead and click on that. And then we want to click anywhere in the automation section to make it editable. So that's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th one down here. Go ahead and click on that. And then next to automatically apply bill payments, we want to click the toggle. So that is the last one here. Go ahead and click on that toggle, and then you can go ahead and click on the green save button and just double check that it is showing as off. So we've got this setting all done. Let's go ahead and click on the green done button. And that setting has been saved. Now set up the liability account to track the customer deposits on the balance sheet. Liabilities are things that Craig owes. So in this case, it represents work that Craig owes his customers. So to get to the chart of accounts, we want to, from the left navigation bar, hover over transactions and then select chart of accounts. So the left navigation bar is over here. You will see transactions. If you hover over that, you can click on chart of accounts from that drop-down menu. We are creating that new liability account, so let's go ahead and click on the green new button and then fill out this form. So in the account name field, we want to type customer deposits. So go ahead and click into it and type that. In the account field, we want to select other current liabilities. So click into it and scroll down a little bit and you will see it here. In the detail type field, we want to select deferred revenue. Now mine is already showing here, but in case yours isn't, just click on it and make sure that you have selected it. We're not going to do anything else to set up this account, so we just need to click on the green Save button on the bottom right corner. So go ahead and do that. And now it has been saved. Now next we want to set up a service item specifically to track customer deposits. It will be tied to the customer deposit liability account. So to get to that page, we want to click on that gear icon again, and this time select Products and Services. So the gear icon on the top right corner, click that. Under All Lists, you will see Products and Services. Now, once again, we're going to create a new one. So click on the green New button. And this is going to be considered a service. So go ahead and click on that. And then let's go ahead and start filling this out. Now, in the name field, we're going to name it the same thing, customer deposits. So go ahead and click into that box and type customer deposits. In the income account field, we want to select customer deposits. That's the account that we just created in the chart of accounts. So go ahead and click on the down arrow. If you scroll up to where the liabilities are, you should be able to see it. Now, mine is not showing here in other current liabilities, and you may see the same thing here. And that is because sometimes that liability account that we just created, when you do that in the sample company, it just doesn't catch up quick enough. And so if you are finding this problem, you just need to close out of this screen here and then refresh the browser and then start from the creating this one again. So if you are like me and not seeing it here, just go ahead and click on the X on the top right corner. Go ahead and refresh your browser. And once it comes back up for us, we're going to start that process again of creating that new account. So go ahead and click on that new and not account, but service. So go ahead and click on service after you hit the new button. And then let's go ahead and type in that customer deposits again in the name field. And then in this income account field, let's click the down arrow and scroll up. And it should be here now. I can see mine showing here in the other current liabilities. Once you find it, go ahead and click on it. Let's go ahead and edit the sales tax. Right now, it is showing as taxable at a standard rate, and we do not want this. We want it actually to be non-taxable. So to do that, we're going to click on the Edit Sales Tax. Scroll down. If you have your cursor in the middle here, you're just going to scroll in this section. So make sure you're scrolling to the side here. And then go ahead and click on the button next to non-taxable. And then we are just going to click on the green Done button on the bottom right corner. We don't need to do anything else to set up this service item. It is good to go, so we can click on the green Save and Close button. And that has been saved. You can see that right here at the top of the list. Now, once this step is complete, Craig will be ready to accept any customer deposits he wants. The reporting of these customer deposits will be GAAP compliant. All right, so now you can use the unearned income method to accept Cool Car's $1,000 deposit. You will then issue the first snow removal invoice and use the deposit to pay it. Execute these steps from within the customer's account. So to get to Cool Car's account, we want to, from the left navigation bar, hover over Customers and Leads and then select Customers. So here we are on that left navigation bar again. Halfway down is Customers and Leads. You can click on Customers here. Alternatively, you can click on this Customers tab right here. There's lots of ways to get to the same pages here in the sample company, or actually in QBO in general. So the way that I just showed you is just one of those ways to go. So go ahead and click on Cool Cars. And the first thing that we need to do is issue a sales receipt to record the $1,000 deposit. If you happen to get any pop-outs like this, just go ahead and click on an X to get or pop-ups like that. Just click on the X. They're just informational pop-ups that we do not need for this exercise. All right, so we want to click on New Transaction here, and then we want to select Sales Receipt, which is halfway down that list. Now, the nice thing of doing transactions within a customer's profile is that their information is already going to show up for you at the top. So it's one less step that you have to do by doing it this way. We are going to leave everything as is. The sales receipt date is going to default to today, which for the purpose of this exercise is perfectly fine. But in a real life scenario, be sure that this sales receipt date matches when the deposit was actually made. All right, so we're going to have this deposit to the checking account. So click into this and select checking. And then in the product service field, we want to select that customer deposits. Now, this will add the money to the customer deposits account, which we will draw from later. So go ahead and click into it, and customer deposits is right there at the top. Go ahead and click on that. The amount that they deposited was $1,000. So in the amount field, let's go ahead and type that. When you hit the tab key or you click out of it, you will see that QBO updates this right here. Now we're done with the sales receipt and this is recording this deposit. So let's go ahead and click on Save and Close. So that's the green button on the bottom right corner. Next, we want to invoice Cool Cars for snow removal. So we're going to click on that new transaction once again, and this time select Invoice. And once you come to this page, you may get a couple of pop-ups here. QBO recently just changed the interface for a couple of their forms, including the invoice. So these are just informational pop-ups, just giving you more information about what this area is all about. Just go ahead and click out of it if you happen to get it. And I'm going to click out all of these so that I can see the invoice right here. Now we are not going to do anything here at the top. We are just going to go to the product service field and we are going to select maintenance and repair. So scroll down and you will find maintenance and repair. Go ahead and click on it. Now this description shows maintenance and repair, but because this is specifically for snow removal, let's just go ahead and update this so it reflects that. So click into the description field and delete that and type snow removal. Now, Craig did $200 worth of snow removal work. So in the amount field, let's go ahead and type 200. If you hit the tab key over, you will see that QBO has updated the amount here on the invoice. So now we can go ahead and click on Save and Close. So I'm going to click this down arrow, select Save and Close. Okay, so the final task is to issue a credit memo to pay for the open snow removal invoice from the deposit. So we're going to click on the New Transaction button, and then we're going to select Credit Memo. And all of their information is going to appear here at the top. We're going to leave it as is. In the product service field, we want to select that customer deposits once again. Now notice that you are using the same service that you used for the deposit. So let's go ahead and in the amount field, type 200. Go ahead and do that. And then we're going to click on the green Save and Close button. I'm going to hit the down arrow here, click on Save and Close. All right, so next you'll see how all of these transactions are reflected in reporting. So it's easy to see how much money is being held in customer deposits and the balance you have from each customer. However, it is worth noting that nowhere in the customer account is it clear that Cool Cars has $800 remaining as a deposit. You can see the original $1,000 deposit right here. Here's that sales receipt. Let me go ahead and collapse that. You can see that sales receipt for $1,000, and then the $200 invoice that was paid. But there's no balance displaying $800, unlike there was in that receiving payment method. So where can we find it? Well, you might have guessed, but it is in the reporting. So, since you can't see the deposit balance in CoolCar's account, you'll have to look at some reports. The balance sheet will reflect all the customer deposits Craig is holding and the balance for each customer. So, on the left navigation bar, we want to click on Reports. So, go ahead and do that. And then we want to click on Balance Sheet. This is under Favorites as well as the Business Overview. So, go ahead and click on it. Now, in the liabilities and equities section of the balance sheet, you can see the customer deposits account. The total of all customer deposits is included here. You are only holding CoolCar's deposit right now, so that's what is showing, but you can find out more details. So if I scroll down here, we have all of our assets are listed here at the top, and then liabilities and equity are down here at the bottom. You can see the customer deposits showing under the other current liabilities, and that $800 is reflecting the amount that Cool Cars has left because they are the only one that we have a customer deposit on. If you click on the amount in the balance sheet, you can see that detailed transaction report that comprises of those customer deposits. So let's go ahead and click on 800. And here you can see the $1,000 initial deposit from Cool Cars. You can also see that $200 of that deposit was spent as recorded by the credit memo. So if I scroll over here, you can see that sales receipt has that $1,000 deposit, and then the $200 credit memo is what was pulled out of it. So therefore, Cool Cars has $800 remaining on deposit with Craig to be used against future snow removal invoices. The trick for you is to remember to apply the deposited funds to each invoice. Now, this report might have several different customers on it, so it's more useful to sort it by customer. Right now, it is sorted by customer deposits. So you can save the customized report for future reference. So let's go ahead and adjust this and customize it so that it is grouped by customer. So go ahead and click on Group By. And then in this Group By field, we want to select Customer. So click on it, scroll up a little bit, and you can see Customer here. Go ahead and click on it. Report will automatically refresh. Let's click on the X to exit out of that pop-out window. And now the transactions are organized by customer. With only one customer, as shown here, it's not that important. But with many customers, this customized report will be much more useful. So let's go ahead and save the customized report now. We're going to click on Save As on the top right corner. And then in the report name field, we're going to type customer deposit balances. So go ahead and do that. And then once you do, you can go ahead and click on the green Save button. And it should save. There we go. Now let's just double check that the report saved correctly. We're going to go back to the report or summary report. So click on that. And then back to standard reports. Click on that. And then we want to click on the Custom Reports tab here so that we can see it. And there it is. That report is now ready to check at any time. It's saved in the Custom Reports tab for quick access in the future. And that is how you use the unearned income method. Now, if you like this exercise and you would like to do more like it, or you would like more information about that Level 2 ProAdvisor certification course, be sure to click on the link in the description, and I will see you next time.